Welcome back to the Deep Dive. This is the place where we really try to distill strategic knowledge from all the noise and get straight to insights you can actually use. I'm Mike.
And I'm Karen. It's great to be here. Today, we are zeroing in on a massive problem that hits the bottom line, especially for our listeners who are Indian hotel owners, the ones constantly fighting that feeling of just information overload.
Exactly. Our mission today is to give you a critical shortcut. We're dissecting a piece of source material from a really influential blog series, 50 Mistakes Why Most Hotels Fail and How You Can Succeed. It's become something of a survival guide.
And the specific mistake we are plunging into is mistake number 44. Poor lead management is draining your revenue. And we're not talking about small drips here. We're talking about a steady, unnecessary bleed that's holding hotels back. If you feel like you're doing all the work but the bookings just aren't showing up, this is for you.
So let's talk about the expert behind this framework. The author is Arun Kumar Raman. The source material shares some of his background. He was born in Kilkunda in Uti.
And he belongs to the Bodegas community. And that detail isn't just trivia. It's actually fundamental to his authority on this.
How so?
Well, the Bodegas community has this deep, centuries-long culture of hospitality. I mean, UNESCO even declared back in 2009 that Bodegas are best in hospitality. So it's literally in his blood.
That's a perfect lens then.
Yeah.
We're diving deep into that shift from, relying on old traditional methods to needing real systematic processes. It's about stopping that revenue leak for good.
Okay, so let's unpack the first big idea that Arun Kumar Raman just completely challenges. It's this core assumption.
The old model.
The old model, exactly. The idea that hotel owners just wait. They wait for the phone to ring, they expect walk-ins, they just assume customers will find them and book right away.
And the source material calls this the bitter truth. The calls are not coming in like they used to. And even if they do, it's rarely the guest's first point of contact.
No, not at all. Today's guest is armed with information. They're doing heavy research, they're comparing prices, they're reading reviews, and this is the most dangerous part for independent hotels. They are constantly being pulled away by the big OTAs, the online travel agencies.
Like a constant battle for their attention.
Right. And Arun's analysis here is so sharp. He says, you are not short of leads, you are leaking them. The goal isn't just to show up somewhere. The goal is to have a secure process that captures and converts every single flicker of interest that comes your way. You have to stop the leak before you try to pour more water in.
That leaky bucket analogy is perfect.
Yeah.
Because you spend so much money and effort on marketing, on the ads, the content, just to get someone to your door.
And then what happens?
And then, poof, they disappear right when they're most interested. That's where the revenue just vanishes.
Exactly. The source suggests hoteliers focus on generating leads, but they completely ignore managing them. And a lead is an asset that, it loses value every single minute you ignore it.
So relying on hope is not a strategy. Let's talk about the practical, real-world failures that happen when you run on memory and just manual effort.
This is where it gets really painful because it's so relatable.
Even when you do everything right to capture a lead from an ad, from WhatsApp, a call, the whole thing breaks down because there is no structure.
The result is what the source calls zero clarity. It's just a devastating breakdown. Most hotels have no formal system to track, to manage, to follow up, or to convert anyone.
And these aren't complex strategic failures, are they? They're simple day-to-day mistakes.
Oh, absolutely. Think about this. And if you're listening, see if this sounds familiar. You take an inquiry on the phone, but you don't save the guest's name, or what they wanted, or the dates.
So the next person who picks up the phone has to start all over again from zero, which is so frustrating for the guest.
It's a terrible experience. Or here's another one. A staff member says, great, I'll call you back in 30 minutes with a quote, which sounds great.
But then,
Yeah.
life happens. An emergency checkout, a problem with a room.
And they forget. That callback never happens. The lead is gone forever.
What about sending a rate card on WhatsApp? That seems easy enough.
It is easy. And that's the trap. You send the generic rate card, but then you never follow up. You never send a personal message. You never call to see if they have questions. Meanwhile, your competitor sends a gentle reminder the next day and gets the booking.
And maybe the biggest red flag of all.
Yes. When you ask a simple question, how many leads did we get this month? And nobody knows. Or which channel worked best? Silence.
That right there is the core of it. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. You're basically running your entire sales engine on hope and luck.
And you're paying for leads that you just let vanish into thin air.
Okay, so the consequences are clear. But how do we fix it? This is where the source gives us a really powerful blueprint, starting with a case study.
Yes, a really concrete success story. We're talking about a Mr. Suresh from Coorg. His situation was, well, it was the classic example of this revenue drain.
So what was his starting point?
He was actually doing pretty well at generating interest. He was getting 30 to 40 serious inquiries every single month.
That's a good volume.
Excellent volume.
Yeah.
But he was only converting 3 to 5 of them into actual bookings. A 10% conversion rate, maybe?
Yeah.
He was leaving 90% of his potential revenue on the table.
Wow. So what changed?
He stopped. He stopped relying on handwritten notes, on his memory, on just chaotic message threads. He implemented what we call a CRM, a customer relationship management system.
For our listeners, what's a simple way to think about a CRM?
Just think of it as a shared digital notebook. One that automatically captures every single interaction, every detail, every preference for every guest who has ever contacted you. It's discipline built into a tool.
And the result of moving from that chaos to, well, to clarity.
Immediate and dramatic. By using this simple lead tracking system and crucially automating his follow-ups, his conversions doubled.
Just like that.
Just like that. He went from 3 to 5 bookings a month to 6, 10, sometimes more. And he didn't spend a single extra rupee on marketing to do it.
And his final thought on this, his conclusion, is the real aha.
Really? It really is. The source quotes him saying, "Earlier, I thought we didn't have leads. Now I know we had gold in our hands, but no process to polish it."
That quote should be on every hotel owner's desk. The revenue is already there. The problem is just the lack of a process.
Exactly. It proves your potential isn't about creating more interest. It's about respecting and managing the interest you already have.
Which brings us to the big question. How do you build that system? How do you polish that gold? This is where the source introduces the solution. It talks about the Hotel Growth Suite, not as a specific product, but more like a conceptual framework.
Precisely. It's the model for an automated ecosystem built for the unique needs of Indian hoteliers. You need something that replaces all those manual steps and forgotten details.
So what are the non-negotiables? What must a system like this do?
Okay, first, it has to have automatic lead capture from everywhere. WhatsApp, your website form, an Instagram DM, a direct email.
All of it.
All of it. It all has to flow automatically into that central CRM. No one should ever have to manually type in a lead.
And then what? Once it's in the system.
Then comes the intelligence layer. The CRM has to hold all the notes, all the preferences, and have automated reminders. So if a guest inquired 6 months ago about a family trip, that data is right there when they call back.
And speed. Speed has to be a part of it.
Speed is everything. Guests expect instant answers. You can only do that with automation. A form gets filled out, boom, an instant personalized response with a brochure goes out. It ensures you hit that crucial first response window.
Even if your staff is busy with a check-in.
Even if it's 2 a.m. And the data shows that responding in the first hour can increase your conversion rate by up to 50% compared to waiting a day.
That all sounds fantastic. But I know what a lot of our listeners might be thinking. They're independent owners. They don't have a big IT team. They might be thinking, this sounds too complex, too expensive.
And that is the essential question. You're right. Arun Kumar Raman addresses this. The idea is scalable discipline. You don't have to automate everything on day one.
So you start small.
You start with your biggest leak. For many hotels, that's WhatsApp. Just implementing one thing, an automated instant reply to all WhatsApp inquiries that captures their data, that alone can plug 50% of your leaks right away. The goal isn't complexity, it's reliability.
That makes it so much more actionable. By automating these key points, the whole process transforms from this frantic manual job into, well, the source calls it the backbone of hotel sales and marketing automation. It turns reactive chaos into proactive control.
So if you're an Indian hotel owner listening right now and you're tired of missing bookings, tired of operating without clear numbers, tired of that feeling when you know a great lead just slipped away, the message here is really actionable. It's time to stop reacting and start leading.
You already have the gold. You just need the process to polish it. And the source material actually provides a very direct next step. We'd strongly recommend looking into the 2-hour Hotel Growth Masterclass by Arun Kumar Raman.
And this isn't just theory, it's practical implementation. You'll learn the exact steps to set up a system like this. You get a demo of how the Hotel Growth Suite framework works. And most importantly, you will discover how to run your hotel sales on autopilot.
That kind of predictability, that's the ultimate goal, right?
Yeah.
To stop leaving money on the table. But the series doesn't stop here. The very next mistake he tackles is a look into the future.
Oh, this one is fascinating. It's mistake No-45. Not using predictive AI to anticipate guest needs, you're reacting instead of leading.
So moving from managing leads to actually predicting them.
That's the next level. We will definitely be taking a deep dive into that one next time.
For now, we hope this analysis helps you start building that reliable system today. Grow your hotel the smart way, not the hard way. This has been Mike.
And Karen.
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.